everybody, hello and welcome as always. I am Sean. This is In the Mix at episode 23, which is my favourite number of our FC Isle of Man Challenge. Things are going really well. In Season 5, we are currently sitting top of the division. Things have continued going at a decent clip since the last episode from yesterday. If you haven't gone and check that out, go and check that one out. Go and check out the one from the day before, meet the squad, get to know everybody, because we're going to jump pretty much straight into the matches that we've got today. And first and foremost, as you can see, we are currently sitting top of the division. 13 games played, we've won 10, drawn 2, and lost just the 1 against Nuneaton Borough, plus 18 goal difference and 32 points. Chester are hot on their heels, they're only on 30 points, and behind them, South Shields, Nuneaton Borough, both on 25 apiece. Nuneaton, interestingly enough, still undefeated. They're the only side undefeated in the division, but they've had 7 draws in that period. They did beat us, they are our 1 defeat, so they're obviously not bad, but they're kind of struggling just to put away teams, I think, that are kind of at a similar level to them. We've got a couple of new faces as well. David Wang being the first one. He's another Chinese international like Dong Dahi. Like Dong Dahi, came through Wolves as well. 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, is a natural on both sides of the wings, which is fantastic for us. We need that versatility, and ideally we'll get him playing on one of the wings permanently moving forward. Good crossing ability, very good technical ability, good off the ball, good flair, good composure. Decent physical attributes as well. Still only 23 years of age. Hopefully he can kind of carry us on a little bit. We've needed a bit of improvement out of our supply from wide areas. Jeremy Garcia, I'm still not sure how to pronounce it, has gone from strength to strength. He's moved up to be at full potential, which is 3.5-star current ability, 3.5-star potential, which is great to see. We are also pretty close to signing one more player, Emmanuel Longelo. Hopefully he'll come through in this game. We've offered him a contract. He did accept it, which is great. He's a left-footed player, looks to be just a physical beast. 4-star current ability, 5-star potential, still under 22. Came through the West Ham Academy and then was at Burnley last season. And he's a left-footed player on the left-hand side. I always love that natural balance, particularly for creative positions. But bringing them in does mean we have had to try and get rid of a few players. So there's a couple down here in the under-23s. Ben Hockenhull we're trying to get rid of. Abi Sharif we're trying to get rid of. Nigel Aris, unfortunately, we're going to try and get rid of as well. Just to get these guys off the books, get rid of their wages, because we are currently 1.19k over our wage budget, which isn't great. It's probably the only downside to what we're doing so far. So if Hockenhull goes, if Clements goes, I think that's about $400 we get back. Or £400, we get back. Longelo will come in and kind of take that the other direction, but at least we're trying to move towards being a bit better in terms of our wage expenditure and being sustainable and all that sort of stuff that we have to go through. Now, for the 2 games that we're going to play today, we're going to play Gosport, our FA Cup 4th qualifying round replay, and then we're going to play Farsley Celtic in the league. They are different games to the ones that we thought we were going to come back and do, but we are trying to do 10 episodes this season, so we want to try and capture as much gameplay as humanly possible, and that does kind of free us up to do 2 matches, probably Darlington and Guiseley in November. They're both sitting around the playoff positions. It seems like a good way to kind of balance it out, and then hopefully come back and either do an FA Trophy first round game or a Christmas episode or something to that effect, where we might try and get revenge on Nuneaton. So it all kind of flows quite nicely if we pick up these 2 games, and hopefully we can continue our FA Cup run, get some cash in the bank, and improve our financial situation. They did hold us to a draw at home, but we were the better side in that game. We just didn't find the back of the net. So hopefully we can kind of go with the same lineup, carry on our decent performances so far to start this season and get not 3 points, but get through to the next round and the relevant prize money that comes with that. They're playing a 4-3-3. They've got Hines over on the left wing, who's an ex-Rotherham junior. Looks to be fairly solid. 23-year-old has played at this level before. They got our old friend Harold Essien, who of course played with us a couple of seasons ago, FC Isle of Man, before moving to Bromley, where he was on semi-professional contracts. Then he got a move to Portsmouth, never made a first-team appearance, played at Dorking last season, and is now at Gosport, or Gosport, I don't know how you pronounce it. He was fantastic for us at that right fullback spot. He's a very good player and still doing well at this division. They've got Jack Spong, 21-year-old, who we actually previously looked at in midfield. Looks to be a solid-ish option, not spectacular. Ex-Brighton Junior, played at Lewes last season and has now moved up a division to Gosport as well. And they've got Wayne Routledge, who's currently 38 years of age. It felt like he was around for the longest time. Back in the day, he was a Tottenham wonder kid. He was a Fulham wonder kid as well. Still got good mental attributes, good technical attributes. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Physically, he's 38. It is what you'd expect it to be. But definitely, they've got some ability about them. Passionately, we're going to say, great opportunity to tell everyone the pundits are right to back you up. And hopefully, we can just carry on our decent performances so far this season, get a good result, and continue in the FA Cup competition for this year. Stainrod to Samuels. He's gotten in behind early on, inside the first minute. And it's a good tackle from the defender. Samuels goes to try and keep it in, but we'll take the corner instead. So good that they are leaving quite a bit of space in behind. Our strikers will enjoy that. Nakia to take the corner. Deep ball across. Stagg with the header away to Essien at the top of the box. York goes through the middle of him. And is York going to go into the book here? Thankfully, it's just a yellow card. I thought for a second it was going to be an early red, but we've gotten away with it. Spong now with a free kick from the right. Spong's just a fun name to say. Essien recovers. Squares it up for Fennell. Tries to get it in. Back to Essien. Ball's pinballing around again. York recovers. Forward to Samuels. Just needs to try and bring in a teammate. He finds Nakia now. Connolly. Ball over the top of Samuels to chase. He is onside. Now, can he square it up for another player? Instead, he's tried the drive from the wide area. Those wide angle shots are absolutely killing me in this year's game. I don't know if you're all experiencing the same frustration, but I forget about it until I go to reload the game and record. Oh, we nearly scored there. Melbourne with a shanked cross that Byrne had to scramble to keep in. I don't know if you guys are having the same frustration, but I forget about it until I load the game back up, and then I remember just how painful it is. Wang's going to send Stainrod into the corner. He's on his own, so he just needs to work it properly 1v1. Wang tries to get a ball in, but it's closed down. Bellahoon does very well. Bellahoon, sorry. Wang with the ball towards Samuels. He's clipped the crossbar that's gone in. It was an excellent cross and a decent header. Byrne with the ball forward from the goal kick now towards Routledge. No one goes up with him to challenge for the header. Beckwith now turns out to the right-hand side. Ferry looks for the crossfield switch. Connolly should recover. He's under no pressure. Long ball forward towards Samuels. Does well to knock it down for Nakia, who then puts it back in behind for Samuels to chase. Wide angle again, similar area to his first opportunity, and that one he's put straight at the keeper. Forces it out for a corner. It should be Nakia to take. He's got men in the middle. Looks towards the middle. Beckwith heads away. Spong now with the ball to Fennell. Highlight continues as Gosport bring it into their own half. Melbourne recovers the ball in a good area, and the highlight comes to an end. Throw in here. Essien takes to Fennell. Back to Essien again. Just stand him up. Ball has deflected to David Wang's path. Just needs to drag a defender here. Crossfield ball to Samuels. It's an excellent ball, and if he's onside, the assistant referee has stopped. They're going to continue. Yeah, it looks like they're going to let that one continue. We'll check it out in 3 dimensions. It was a wicked ball. We'll see how he's done it. He just comes forward into this area and then just smashes it low and hard across the goal. Samuels with a touch and then passes that one into the side netting. So I don't know if their defensive line let them down or if it was just the quality of the pass that David Wang played in there, but he's doing well. We've got to throw in here on the right-hand side as well. Connolly to take to Nakia. Back to Connolly again. Sends a ball in behind for Samuels to chase. This is his third opportunity coming in from the right-hand side. Can he find the finish? Can't get it on target. Samuels loses out to Hughes, who clears the ball up the line. So we're getting in behind with ease. They're yet to have a shot. And famous last words, they've got the ball now. Beckwith down to Hines at left fullback. Back into Beckwith at the base midfield. Now Routledge, probably their best passer. Ball in behind, cut out well by Carson. Connolly, ball over the top of Samuels again. He goes to flick on towards Stainrod. Back to Samuels, right-hand side. Again, he's gotten in. And again, he's trying these shots from wide areas. Maybe I need to set him to pass more often, so he just tries to square it up. Nakia with the corner towards front post. Stagg gets it away. David Wang at the top of the box. York out to Carson again. Out to Nakia. Get the right ball in. Looks back stick. Stainrod was in the area, but Essien can only scramble it away. A lot of highlights in this first half. Nakia to take the corner. Essien with the header away. Spong with the header away. York into Carson. Back to York. Now to Connolly. Switch out left to David Wang, who can go at his man. Cross is deflected. He's going to go out for a throw in, and we don't see the highlight. 10 minutes to go. Let's use our get creative shout. Let's try and find a second goal here. Bellahoon has gone 2-footed through a player for no reason, and we are now going to have to try and defend a lead. Stainrod hasn't played badly, but Samuels has gotten in behind consistently. So we'll go to a 4-2-3, and we'll take off Stainrod, and we'll bring on Ben Wells to play as the covering central defender. We'll just go safety first in our approach. We're still going to stay positive. We still want to try and go for it a bit once we have possession. But frustrating that we couldn't just keep our heads a little bit there. Ball in behind now. Staggs in the area. Melbourne with a good header back to the keeper. Dennis. Is he going to clear it long? Plays it forward to Carson. Into Haygarth. Probably our best passer of the ball. Nakia looks for Samuels in behind. Right-hand side again. Can he find the finish? That's it. It just takes him 6 or 7 different chances. But eventually, he's going to put one on target. And he's going to put one in. 20th goal of the season for him. We're only in October, which is just an insane response from the young man from Wolves. Nakia, ball in behind. Great touch from Samuels. And then just low and hard across the keeper. Back, and not even really into the far corner. It's right down the middle of the goal. Maybe keeper's angles could have done a bit better, but a 2-goal margin is fantastic for us in the second half. Assertively, very pleased with the way things are going, lads. Keep it up. No need to get down on anyone. No need to be upset. We're doing well. It would see us through to the next round. Melbourne with the ball now into York. Ball over the top for Samuels to chase. He's gotten goal side again. Can he find the finish? It's right on his favoured. He turned towards his left when all he had to do was just keep moving the direction he was going and try and side foot that one, curl it back towards goal with his favoured right foot. He's got the ball now from the resulting corner. Now to York. Carson recovers and the highlight comes to an end. Throw in deep here. Melbourne to take to York, who's been on a yellow card for a long time. We're going to have to make some subs in a minute, and I think he'll be one of them. Ball switched very well by the keeper out. Nakia is going to send Samuels in behind again. Can he find the finish here? He can indeed. That time he got it onto his left foot and found the near post finish. Is that his hat trick for him? Burn probably could have done a bit better at his near post. So they're criticising the keeper a little bit, but I think it's just smart play. Nakia waits for the defenders to come across. They bring 4 to the ball and leave a 2v2 in the far post. Samuels does very well. Takes that little touch, which opens up the angle for him, and just has to slide it near post. Got another highlight immediately. I was going to make subs, but I guess we'll just wait and see how this plays out. Melbourne with the ball now. Sends it into the corner. Essien is there. Back to Burn. Long ball forward. Routledge with the header. Stagg now. Back to Spong. To Ferry. And it's a good save from Dennis, who came out, made himself big. And it was a very close range effort, but he still had to get his foot to it. Routledge is going to take the resulting corner. First real one we've seen for them. It pinballs around in there a little bit. Falls to Beckwith at the top of the box. Back to Jones, and thankfully the highlight comes to an end. It's going to give us an opportunity to do subs, so we might as well take off Reece York. I'm concerned about that yellow card. Connor Hodgson will come on, and we'll hold on to the last one for the last 10 minutes or so, just in case anything crazy happens. Let's use our get creative shout. We're 3-0 up. There's no need to take the foot off the gas unless we absolutely have to. Hines with the throw in here. Deep ball across. Dennis should claim. I just noticed before this highlight started that David Wang is struggling for fitness, so we might actually give him a bit of a rest. Ball forward to Nakia. Skips past one challenge. He's had a good game, Nakia. He's putting good passes in behind for Samuels to chase. Hines recovers. Now to Routledge. Reverse pass cut out well by Hodgson. Connolly now. Sends Haygarth in, and he is goal side. Can he get it back on his left foot? He tries to find the corner. Burns equal to it and pushes it out for another corner. It's going to be that tired man. No, it's not. Sorry, it was Nakia that took. David Wang was just standing around. Ferry on the counter attack. Good tackle from Hodgson. No, the referee's given a yellow card for that one. So we've got a couple of yellow cards now. Melbourne into Hodgson. Back to Melbourne again. Finds Hodgson. Highlights galore. Ball in behind for Samuels. Can he make it 4? It's an excellent finish from Austin Samuels. And I'm in two minds. If it was any other day, I'd probably take him off. But given that David Wang's down to 70%, I'm probably going... 50% conditioning. I'm just going to bring on Abdi Sharif on the left-hand side. He can't really do that role, but really, I just don't want to kill anybody or risk injury. We are threadbare as a squad. Samuels has gotten him behind again here. He's gone the strike from distance. Burns equal to it and gets the rebound. So it's a confident player, Austin Samuels, smashing goals in from that distance. All right, let's just 10 minutes to go, use our demand washout. I'm just looking to try and really close down the game. We don't have to really go after anything. We're 4-0 up here. So Austin Samuels with a little knock. Haygarth sends Nakia in behind. Can he get a goal of his own? On the right-hand side, the strike is never anywhere near it. It's where he lets himself down. His technical ability just isn't that good. Samuels has a knock, which is concerning. In 3 minutes additional time, the referee has blown 18 shots, 12 on target, 53% of the ball, but most importantly, a 4-0 scoreline despite going down to 10 men in the 36th minute. Gosport ended with 7-3 and 47%. Passionately, we're going to tell everyone, very pleased with the result in your performance. Why couldn't we have done that in the first leg, though? What we don't need right now is additional games. Austin Samuels, only 9.8 for the 4 goals scored. We'll attend this press conference, we'll say blah, 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 blah. We get 28k, which is great. We desperately need that. We get Hereford in the next round, in the first round. They're currently in the National League, but I think we should have enough to get beyond them. They've got Sammy Omprion, our ex-striker, playing up front. He was fantastic for us. I'd love to bring him back. They've also got our ex-central defender, Reece Williams, and a few other decent-looking players there. So they're going to be a challenge, but definitely one I think we're equal to. Let's just issue a warning for Balahoon. It's his first red card of the season, and let's tell Austin Samuels that he was magnificent for us. The downside, I guess, if there is a downside, is that he's going to want more cash next season if we're going to try and keep him around. Because we've played and we've got a game in 3 days or 4 days' time, we're going to use a rest day. We're just going to rest everybody for 1 day. Everyone that started the game, at least. And magic of editing, we're going to jump forward to the game against Fastly now. Right, and just like that, we are a few days ahead. They're playing a 4-3-3 with a couple of familiar faces in there. I think I had Ogle this series, but definitely had him before in our online Melbourne City save, ex-Southport defender. James Cook used to play for us. Of course, we used him as central defender. They're using him to anchor midfield. 33 appearances and 3 goals in his time with us. A few divisions back now. They've got Joe Bateman, 24-year-old ex-Derby junior, who can actually play as a defensive midfielder. They're not using him as one. He looks to be a fairly decent option for this level. They've got Ged Garner, probably Ged Garner, if I'm being honest with myself. Ex-Fleetwood Town, Alfreton Farsley player. Looks to have decent technical attributes, which is very interesting. And pretty tall, actually, for a right winger, 188 centimetres. They've also got Spencer up top, Jimmy Spencer, 31 years of age. He looks to have decent technical attributes, an ex-Huddersfield and Mansfield player. So we're going to have to be at our best to get past them. The only change for us is that Wells will come in and start, obviously with Bellahoon getting that red card in the last match. The other one that we've got to keep an eye out for is that Chester, because we didn't play last time out, they have leapfrogged us and gone up into first position. We do have that game in hand. It's not this game. I think it's the next one that we play. But we do kind of want to return as quickly as we can to the top of the league. Cook with the ball now. Haygarth recovers. It's pinballing around. Garner at the top of the box. Back to Bateman. Gumsaw with it. Sometimes you've just got to kind of hold your hands up and say, that's a pretty good strike. We're going to check this one out in 3 dimensions and see if we could have done anything better. The pitch looks small and narrow. Header away, and then we stand Garner up quite well. Bateman, just a little one across to Gumswell, and yeah, he hits it first time, so he didn't even have time really to transition in front of him. Wasn't the worst goal I've seen, let's call it that. Ogle now with the free kick towards Cook back post, and they're putting us under some pressure early here. 15 minutes remaining. We're going to use that Get Creative shout. We haven't seen anything in terms of highlights, but they haven't really had much other than a couple of set piece chances that we've seen. Alright, the ref calls half time. 6 shots, 3 on target, 43% possession for Farsley, but most importantly, they have the goal to go ahead. 6 shots, 2 on target, 57% for us. We're going to aggressively tell everyone, show a bit of desire, and we're going to also move a little bit further forward, play with our attacking tactic, and see if we can kind of inspire everyone to play a little bit further up the park. York with a header here, finds Samuels. First real involvement we've seen from him. He strikes from a mile out. He didn't need to. We had numbers getting in the box. Cool with the long ball forward. Nakia. David Wang flicks it on. Ogle scrambles it away. York's going to recover. Back to Cook. Now right to Garner. They are getting decent balls in wide areas in that little pocket of space in front of the fullbacks. Badway and long ball forward, thankfully recovered by Dennis. We're going to reset another counter attack here. We're getting very narrow on an already narrow pitch. Long ball forward towards Samuel. No one challenges Cook. Gummersall forward to Spencer. Leslie. Connolly was there. Got a touch on it just to slow him down. Just stand up. Backstick run. Out to Melbourne. Garner now on the left wing. Skips past the challenge without any issues. He's outside the box now. You can foul him if you need to. Squared to Bateman again, and it's pinballed around. Leasley should be offside in that one, and thankfully the assistant referee pulls that one back. David Wang with the corner. Stainrod's about. It's pinballing around in there, and then Cook scrambles it away. That was kind of out of nowhere, that one. I was just about to have a look at subs, and it fired in. David Wang with another corner. Backstick again. Haygarth should recover at the top of the box. He tries to play it back in. It deflects out for a corner again. It's going to be the 3rd one in a row. Can we try and work a header on target this time, boys? Wang goes back post again. It's not on, so I don't know why we keep looking at it. Gomasol, the goal scorer, bursting forward from the counter-attack. Good recovery by York, but the referee has blown for an infringement. Let's go to our subs. All right, who is struggling most in terms of match rating? Reece York struggling, and he's got another yellow card. Ben Wells struggling, and he's picked up a knock as well. Might swap Chima and Carson, see if that helps in any way. And then Nakia isn't having the best game, so we'll bring on Abdi Sharif. We're going to go for broke. We're going to do all 3 at once with 30 minutes remaining. And we're also going to fire our Old Faithful, our Get Creative shout, and see if we can't find some sort of equaliser, some sort of potential winner. We haven't really seen much in terms of highlights of our own, other than that run of corners that we had. And Farsley seem to have set up shop a little bit here in the second half, trying to defend their lead. They've got to throw in now, though. Ogle to take. Spencer, back to Ogle. Spencer again. Back to Norris, the left back. Into Bateman in midfield. Press is good. We seem to be close to everyone. Sharif has recovered the ball. Chima, long ball forward. It was not to anybody in particular, and they've recovered possession in midfield. Ogle ball over the top for Leasley. Is he onside? He gets the strike away, but Dennis does very well. Now, eventually they pull it back for the offside, but still, Dennis wouldn't have known that. He had to make the save. 10 minutes to go. We're going to use our demand more shout. As many highlights as the other one had. This has had a few. Samuels with the ball now. Fowler recovers. Looks for the ball up the line. Chima with a good header. Connolly tries to send it in towards Samuels. Haygarth at the top of the box. It's an excellent goal. What a strike that is. Theirs was an absolute screamer, but that is just as good. Let's check this one out in 3 dimensions. It just comes back out. I think it's a defensive header. I don't think Samuels actually knocked it down for him. Yeah, Fowler with the header, and then it's Haygarth, first time on his left peg, clips the underside of the crossbar right in the top corner. And that is as good a goal as you're going to see. It's worthy of a point. Can we push on and try and get 3 in additional time? They've got a highlight here. Garner at the top of the box. The strike was in, and Leasley is offside for the 58th time this game. Dennis is going to take. The highlight continues. Is there any late drama to be had here? We're through the 3 minutes of additional time. Sheriff can bring the ball down. Looks for Connolly on the right-hand side. Just get the ball forward, boys. It's played it out off Bateman. Is there going to be anything else, or is it just going to be the referee calling full time? Take the throw in quickly. Come on. Let's get the ball in towards Samuels. Looks for the switch out towards Melbourne. Get it forward, and the referee calls full time. So we at least went after it in the second half. But Haygarth has bailed this out massively. 9 shots, 3 on target, 46% possession for Farsley. That 1 to go for Dave Gomersal. What's his long shots like? 7. So they're not bad actually for this level. And Max Haygarth with a phenomenal strike for us. We had 14 shots, 7 on target, 54% of the ball, and Haygarth should get the man of the match award. Let's just tell everybody, you've done brilliantly to come back and salvage a draw. I yelled at them at half time. They did pull it back to get that equaliser. It's not ideal, that draw, but we still have a game in hand where we can leapfrog Chester. They actually drew today as well against Geisley. Another late equaliser. Allen in the 90th minute doing us a massive favour for the season. Ben Wells has got an injury, but I'm hopeful Bellahoon will come straight back in, so it's pretty much a straight swap. Now, as we look at our schedule, we are going to jump forward to the games in November, and I think we'll come back and do... Which one looks more appealing? I was going to do Darlington and Geisley, but maybe we'll do our FA Cup first round game against Hereford, and maybe do the Nantwich game before that. Yeah, let's do Nantwich beforehand, and then Hereford after. Make the FA Cup game kind of the main event of the next episode, and then we might come back and do South Shields or the FA Trophy game. We'll see how the draw plays out. We do want to test ourselves against Vanarama national opposition, so I think that makes sense for the next episode, which will be out tomorrow, Thursday, wherever in the world you're watching from. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That's the portion that I appreciate the most. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because you'll be kept up to date on all our videos as they are continued to release. You can, if you look at the links over on that side, go and follow us on Twitter as well. It's where we have all our interactions in and amongst the FM community. If you ever want to reach out, you ever have any questions, you ever want to share details of your own save, that's a great spot to do it. Or in the comment section below, I do respond to every comment that I get. But as always, thank you so much for watching. I've been Sean, and I'll see you all again in the mixer.